but I just wanted to talk with you guys my heart out, and I wanted to talk with you guys out of my experience from my personal life. Hi guys, this is Shilpa Raidas. Very warm welcome to my channel. Thank you very much for being here, for coming on to my video, all of that. So welcome to my very unscripted raw video for the day. What I was actually doing is I am making a formalish kind of a video which talks about communication skills, which is required for entrepreneurs, or basically somebody who's out there, on a professional forum and things like that. And when I was making the script, it got me thinking about communication on the whole. And moreover, my mind started rolling on to the beginnings, like from my school days to now. And I asked myself an honest question: if I have been an honest communicator, if I have really communicated honestly in my life. And it just struck me that, of course, I'll make that video which is going to be very beneficial for people who watch, but talking about this also is very important, and it would probably bring the more honest side of me in front of you guys, since my channel is should show the personality, my real personality, and sharing this would be something very honest. So I have been somebody who's been outgoing as a person from my school days. Like I used to be in the forefront on the stage, and I would love being, somebody who is, in the main roles in the plays and the dance and things like that. And I have been someone, one of the skills that I'm very proud of in my life is that I think my communication skills is something I am proud of. Be it communicating while anchoring, an event, be it communicating while talking in front of hundreds of people, be it communicating, let's say, while making a video. By now, at least, I feel confident that I'm able to talk in a smooth fashion, or being able to communicate smartly if I'm taking an interview or in meets and things like that. But honestly, the real side of the other side of communication, that is communicating with myself and communicating with my loved ones, is something that I have glitched on over the years in my life. Okay, and this is exactly why I have made this video, because I want to tell you guys how probably it slipped on and what is happening about it now and things like that. So as outgoing as a person I have been in my life, I can call myself guilty of not being very communicative uh, with myself. Like there was a phase in my life wherein I overlooked everything that my inner self was trying to communicate with me. uh, our inner self really tries hard to communicate with us. It tells us what is good for us, it tells us what is bad for us, it tells us what is shady in our life. It tells us the kind of realness that we should expect from the people around, from new relationships and things like that. It tells us many things which is good for us, but if we are not in a state, or we are not in a habit to communicate ourselves with ourselves, our inner self, then we kind of miss out on all those gems that is there in our life already with our inner self. So communicating with yourself, what it actually means, or what I have known in my life that refers to, is being very transparent with yourself in understanding yourself. You need to be very honest with yourself when it comes to what you like and what you do not like. Don't ignore those signals, don't ignore that inner voice. You need to be very honest with what is agreeable to you and what is not. You need to be very honest with uh, what is good for you and what is not. That is the beginning of communication. But what I have known, especially recently in my life, is that the best communication factor is you observing yourself and your thoughts as a third person. That is observing your mind, observing yourself, as a third person. So when some thought comes to your mind, you do not indulge in it, but you observe it like another person would, and you just uh, do not respond to it, but you just observe it. Because of that, you slowly and slowly really understand yourself in the true sense. And there comes a sense of mindfulness, which means non indulgence in that thought, but just observing it and letting it go. And that is the actualization of communication with yourself, because you're allowing that inner voice to speak up to you. You're allowing that self reflection or self realization to seep into you in the most calm, in the most allowing manner. And that is not, communication with yourself would not just mean, okay, this is what I'm feeling, okay, this is this. No. You can just be very self observing and allow it to be in your being, and do not react to your thoughts. And by the sense of it, that is when you will start understanding yourself. And understanding yourself is the actualization of communication with yourself. So earlier I used to think that communication with yourself means just being very honest, which is of course the first half of it, being very honest with your preferences, your likes, dislikes, everything in life, okay, being honest with your true self. But the actual communication with yourself was not in the wordly communication, was in the self realization and reflection of your thoughts, that comes by allowing your inner self to reflect itself. So I will, just so that you are not very confused by what I'm saying, let's say mm, I'm doing something on my laptop, and I get some negative thought in my mind about someone or something. Instead, usually what happens is we react to it. We tend to get a bit heated up, we tend to go to that moment, and we tend to react to that moment in the past, which we tend to react now. Maybe I will just I will have an I will think of what I could say then, or what I could do then, and that means that I'm living that moment which is already gone. Okay, so observing your thoughts and letting it pass means you thought about it, and then you observe that, oh, I'm thinking about this, but you don't react to it. And when you observe your thoughts like a third person, and you automatically do not react to it, when you don't observe your thoughts like a third person, you are embracing that thought like yourself. Okay, because the fact is that we are not really our thoughts. Our thoughts come and go, but that doesn't define us, that doesn't define our credibility, that really doesn't define how good or bad we are in life, and what is our truth in life. It does not, our thoughts don't define that. Yes, our actions define that, and what is the best action for you will be to observe, and will be to let it go. And the other part of it is communication with loved ones. It's not because we are pressurized by the world, we are pressurized by the careers, we are pressurized by the society around. So the outwardly expressions of communication professionally, or having a demeanor, having a language, and all of those things, and our postures, and we are uh, if one has to I'll just be honest, okay, if somebody is given a choice that you'll have a top notch communication, vocally, written, and that ability and that confidence when it comes to professionally in your life, and otherwise choose with the crystal clear communication with your family members, 90% of people will default mode choose the communication, for your career. Because naturally we think like, it's not that we don't love our family members, but we think, it's fine, because communicating with our family members, of course we love them, right? So it's not a big deal, they will understand me because they love me and I love them. But if I get the best communication boon for the world outside professionally, that'll be great for my life. So even I would, if I was given such a choice, I would also choose the same. And so will 90% of the people. But what I have learned or known in my life now is that communication with your loved ones uh, is so freaking important. When we communicate very clearly with our loved ones, if at that moment we are not very comfortable, and we think that communicating what is in our heart and what is in our mind, or what I feel uncomfortable to say, what I have been wanting to say is, that is in my heart for a long time, if I do happen to say that, things are going to spoil, things are going to mess up, let me just keep it to myself and let me just keep it peaceful. That is the most wrong approach, because it slowly builds up inside of you and it becomes a poison from either ways. So it is always better to be calm about it and just talk about things to your loved ones, be it if it's your partner, or be it if it's your family members, be it if it's your friends. And from the time I started communicating very frankly with my friends, especially, you know I've always been pretty communicative with my family, but more so over in a more mature way I do now. And I have realized that even professionally, even for the worldly bit of it, I'm able to be more confident and more better, because the backstage, the baggages of my life are lightened, and when baggages are lightened, we are light, and we are in a state of mind who's able to perform, who's able to be more intellectual, and who is able to excel better. So everything benefits us in every way, in some form or the other. And that's what it is. I know I'm not telling something which is very unique that you guys have never heard of it. I'm sure everybody knows the value of communication, but I just wanted to talk with you guys my heart out, and I wanted to talk with you guys out of my experience from my personal life, and what I did, and what has what has come out of it, because I want to personalize my channel so that you guys really know me for me. And there can be nothing more better than uh, sharing my life stories, or um, sharing my inner self. And yeah, that's all about it, guys. Thank you so much for being with me through this video. I really appreciate your love, your support, and your kindness. Yes, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to me right away, and do not forget to hit on the bell icon when you subscribe, because if you hit on the bell icon you get a notification, otherwise you will not get a notification, and you must know the awesomeness of my next video. Hello. So let's do that. Please give me a like, and please give me a very, very nice comment. And I'm going to see you in my next video. Take care of yourself, guys. I hope you have a very good day. I hope you have a very productive day. And I hope that our communication is always on the spot. Love you so much. Take care. Bye.